It reminds me, I was watching One-on-One. Have y'all been binge watching it yet?
I haven't started.
That's my shit. I stopped for a minute, but I was binge watching.
No, I was just thinking like they did like a flashback to the 80s, like when they were in high school, and I was like, damn, like basically like if you set that show now and you flash back to when like the parents were in high school, like they would be wearing the shit that was in that show.
Yeah.
Like basically flashing back to the 80s is like flashing back to 2005 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
And that's 15 years ago, boss.
And then I was thinking like, okay, so like what would you be wearing to like denote that it's 2005? And I was like, well, you had to have a throwback. Like the main character had to have some braids.
You gotta have the big ass pants.
Yep. Some Air Force
with the shorts on underneath.
Belt straps.
Yeah.
The little belt with the neon light up belt.
The Gucci belt too, or the Gucci belt.
No, Gucci belt. Nah.
Nah, I ain't see no Gucci belts in high school.
I saw fake Gucci belts.
Well, yeah.
and clear Jordans, but
Oh, the clear Jordan with the multicolored socks and shit.
It was some ugly stuff back then.
Oh no, we got them out the paint. Like you ain't wearing fake Jordans to tech. You getting ripped.
Oh, the same thing happened at my school. The exact same thing.
And so you see this.
Gotta give him the knife hands, bro.
Like, hey. Boy, if you don't get killed.
Like that was the forerunner to what are those?
What's funny though is people know what hand motion you were making without even seeing it. I guarantee it. Like if watch the like go back and check. I guarantee you they knew exactly what you was doing when you said that. But yeah, let's get into it for the week, man. Welcome to episode 173 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. How y'all be?
I'm the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. I got Tifa on today actually too.
Hey.
You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
You can do it.
And this is your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that.
All right, so listen.
Tim over there too busy dancing and get his cue.
I just gonna have to let them know. Cause we all over the place, baby. So I need y'all to come on over. First off, to www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. That's TEC. K on that motherfucker.
No H.
Yeah, that.
No H.
No H. TECK. Put your chest out. Shit. Also, you can find us.
That was your cue, man. You missed it.
Also, you can find us on the Facebook at Technical File Podcast, which is our Facebook page. You can also go on over to Technical File Pod Overtime, which is our Facebook group where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and fam. We also have an Instagram and a Twitter at Technical File. And lastly, you can find us on the YouTube where you can see our beautiful faces. Camille's Anderson Pax, my cool bros, Kids Dreads.
I'm be throwing up.
Right, throw them gang signs and shit. And then you got the Eric J back there with the cool shit. YouTube page, Technical File.
Podcast on it. There you go. Alrighty. Ken.
Like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share with everybody you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, everybody. Wherever you are right now, and you're listening to this pod, if you're next to someone, share it. That's all you got to do. Be like, yo, look, yo, Hey, look, I'm listening to this. You at Starbucks, you getting your little grande, whatever. With that somebody next to you, you're like, hey, yo, look, I'm listening to Tech File. You should too.
I like it.
I'm listening to this show, so should you. I hear you.
You say, oh, trying to get some razzle dazzle on it, But yeah, man, so make sure y'all there. We're gonna grow without y'all.
For sure. Do it.
Challenge, just give it to
That's
somebody.
the challenge.
Put someone new on.
Yeah, put somebody new on.
And add us when you
add
add
them to the group too. Yeah, let us know when you add them, and let us know if you add them to the group or whatever.
All right, wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Yep.
Stitcher, SoundCloud,
Yep.
Spotify,
Spotify,
iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Himalaya,
Like a player, my nigga.
Wooska.
Wooshka. Did we get it?
Hey, that sounded good. Yeah, that sounded good.
I think we got it.
That's the best we've sounded in a long time. Y'all let us know if that sounds good. That sounds good here.
Ooh.
And wherever you happen to be listening to this episode now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, and review 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
For sure. Now, before we get into the topics of the week, I want to shout out the top listening cities from the past week and our international listeners. I also want to say it's election night while we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the party because who knows what tonight's about to bring. So
yeah. So keep that in mind when you're listening to this. If we sound a little chipper and it doesn't match the mood, just know it's before we found out.
And if it sound
if it sounded a little muted, and again, it was because it was before we found out. So
yeah, so
I ain't putting
the devil in the before times.
The devil is
we don't know yet, but yeah, top listening cities. Number 1, welcome back, hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Number 1. I like that. I like that energy, y'all. Number 2, a big number 2. Like they had some real listens this week. Columbus, Ohio.
Hey,
okay, Columbus. What up?
Big listens in Columbus this week.
That's what's up. Showing love.
We also had Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina.
Always there.
Hey, I was watching the news earlier. Charlotte was on there, and it was at the polling site in Charlotte, and it was playing Anderson .Paak in the background.
I want to move. That's where I want to move to.
He said it's polling like a party. It's like a party poll.
You got to do something waiting in all them lines, man.
Yeah.
Number 4, we got Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Number 5, we got Mountain View, California.
Mountain View. What it do? What it do?
Number 6, we got Copers Cove, Texas.
Okay, Copers.
Number 7, we got Cypress, Texas.
Okay, Cypress.
Okay. No, Texas love. All right, I see y'all.
Number 8, we got Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita.
I like it.
Welcome.
Number 9, we got Washington, D.C.
Okay, D.C. I hear you listening.
You know what? I want to just say publicly that I'm on board with making D.C. a state. I just want to point that out since D.C. was a listener. I just want to point out, I think y'all should be a state. Anywho.
Might as well.
Number 10. Yep, you got to be 2. Bring them. And number 10, Tampa, Florida.
Okay, Tampa. Welcome. Thanks for showing love.
All right, Tampa.
International listeners included Belgium.
Belgium, welcome back.
Belgium been consistent.
Belgium been around.
And Spain and Belgium is like that's it for the week. And these 2 countries be consistent week in and week out. We appreciate y'all.
No Russia this week?
They weren't there last week either.
Well, all right.
They don't need us no more.
They got more important things to worry about this week.
Exactly.
All right.
We playing Russia. Anywho, let's get into the the actual topic before. Yeah, let's get into them.
They're gonna be back next week. I heard all that shit. Hell no.
All right, so we have the technical file pick 'em pool where we try to predict the weekly winners of the NFL games. And this past week, we got to shout out Rodrigo for winning week 8. Shout out, sir.
Congratulations.
Amongst us hosts here, I won again. I am really happy, y'all, because you know what? FanDuel broke my heart this week.
Yeah, I got in on some of that.
Golden effing Tate took my money.
Took my money.
Took my money, man. But no, yeah, it was me, then Tim, then Ken this week. So there you have it.
That's actually our order for Camille's number 7, Ken's 8, and I'm number 9.
What are you talking about, fam?
For the entire
Season long.
for year to date.
Season? Who's number 1 year to date since you got it up?
Mr. Henry.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Every time I try to say his name, y'all say his government, so I'm just saying.
That's what we're going to call him, Mr. Henry?
Sure, Mr. Henry.
That first name or last name?
Hey,
Mr.
leave
Henry.
it like that. Yeah, Mr. Henry.
Defeated the whole damn purpose.
With that being said, let's make our predictions for week 9. Thursday night football, y'all. The 5-2 Green Bay Packers against the 4-4 San Francisco 49ers, although both of these teams are been just decimated with injuries, especially the Green Bay Packers. And on top of that, A.J. Dillon tested positive for COVID, so he's out. And due to the high-risk close contact rules they have, Jamal Williams and Kamal Martin are also going to be out on Thursday because they were in close contact with Dillon. So the Packers running back situation is mighty scary since Aaron Jones, that's looking like a hard no. Dexter Williams and Tyler Ervin. And Tyler Ervin was actually running plays as a wide receiver throughout this year. So,
I mean, he's had some time in the backfield, though.
Tim, you better start limbering up.
Yeah. We were saying.
You on deck.
This your chance.
Yeah, Tyler and Dexter Williams is on the practice squad, so they calling him up. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. But San Francisco ain't going to have Deebo Samuel. They ain't going to have Tevin Coleman. Jimmy G is going to be out for like at least 6 weeks. George Kittle might be done for the year. So,
Yeah, that's a wrap for them.
Yeah, they don't have their whole offense.
yeah.
Don't.
They'll probably still get like 200 rushing yards on us, though, because on
Oh,
brand.
the dude, whoever the backup is, he finna get his shit off, bro. He finna have a career game, make his check. Hey, remember that game I had against Green Bay? Man, everybody do that shit against Green Bay.
It ain't even special no more,
Right.
dog. You got to get at least 150 when you hit Green Bay.
That's trash.
Oh, shit, bro.
Hey,
It
niggas
was-
circle the Green Bay game like hell.
They do.
Fantasy time.
I'm telling you, 2 minutes into the game, I looked at Sam. I was like, watch this motherfucking Dalvin Cook had 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Like I said, fantasy time.
Whoever it is, bro, that running back and the backup. Grab both of them.
You think the defense can redeem themselves on some or not Sunday,
Hell
on
no.
Thursday? What? You ain't got no faith against the backups
Hell.
of the backups?
Against
Man,
nobody running. We'll put you in the backfield.
Hey,
Be gone, bro.
Y'all got Aaron Rodgers, though. Y'all straight.
We can't stop the run for shit.
If
I
the
mean,
Packers
for
can,
shit.
Y'all got to
Tell-
score 5 points to win this
They
shit.
don't even try, bro.
So trash.
listen, Devontae Adams better be ready, boy. Like
Oh, you know he's gonna be ready.
it's gonna be a heavy bag he gonna have to carry. But who y'all got? Green Bay or San Francisco?
The
I'll
Green
take
Bay.
Green Bay.
All that mess you done there talked.
Why not?
Then you come on back around here talking about some Green Bay.
I mean, I'm not gonna root against my team.
You just gonna point out all their flaws?
It's just the truth.
Hey, That's why. That's why I asked what you tell. I'm going Green Bay too. Next up, we got the 5-2 Baltimore
That's gonna be a good
Ravens
game.
against the 5-2 Indianapolis Colts.
It's gonna be a good game. I think I'm gonna give the edge to the Colts.
You said what, Ken?
I said Baltimore gonna bounce back. They gonna get the dub this week.
I'm going with Indianapolis.
Wait, so I see a note here about COVID and people being deemed high risk, close contacts. Does that mean that they aren't able to play, or is it because it's on Sunday, like they have a chance to play?
In regards to the Packers?
No. I know the Packers because they play on Thursday. Like it's too soon.
So yeah, if you play on Sunday, you have a
Ravens.
chance to play. Like all them players who was close contact, was it 7 of them?
Like that Raiders line.
Yeah, they'll be able to be back by Sunday because they'll get cleared on Saturday if everything's negative.
Right, something like that.
Yep. I think I'm gonna actually go with the Colts. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, Ravens. I'm going Ravens. I'm going black quarterback.
Black quarterback.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts.
I understand why. I was almost there with you, but I had to bring it back when I saw Phillip Rivers.
Remember, he just lost his left tackle too.
I know, but I saw Phillip Rivers throwing in my head, and I just can't cheer for that right now when I can watch
for the kids.
Their defense
for the kids
is the staple in Indy.
We got the 3-5 Carolina Panthers against the 7-1 Kansas City Chiefs.
Come on.
Kids.
Come on now.
Come on there now.
You know where we're going.
Clean sweep.
Across the board.
Yes.
All right. We have the 5-3 Chicago Bears against the 5-2 Tennessee Titans.
You know,
Let me just say,
suckers a win.
The what?
Them sap suckers. The motherfuckers.
You know what? I was so shocked to actually see doggone Bears fans on Twitter saying put Mitch in the game. Foles was getting to y'all that bad.
That wasn't no real Bear fan.
Real Bear fans.
We would not have 5 wins if Mitch was our starting quarterback. There's no way we win 5 games.
Foles is the reason that y'all winning.
I mean, Foles had some way better throws and some of them touchdowns.
Exactly.
I mean,
Mitch wasn't even throwing down the field. We couldn't even open the playbook.
No, he was throwing down the field. That motherfucker
yards. This nigga can't throw past 20 yards without throwing a fucking pick. Like, come on, man. What the fuck we gonna do? Shit. Lose like we been losing, nigga. Fuck him.
Dude, Allen Robinson was struggling with Mitchie.
Fuck him.
Struggling.
Everybody know we knew what we was getting with Foles. It's good enough for now. So, nigga, get it together. You won Super Bowls. You done did it before.
So,
let's go out. Playoff is at least, nigga.
Here's the scary part, though. If y'all do make the playoffs, Nick Foles is different in the playoffs.
Exactly. He turned it up.
Y'all just got to get there.
Exactly. He turned up.
I ain't buying that shit.
I'm buying it, goddammit.
He had one good run.
I have no choice. What else I'm going to do, goddammit? I have to go back to Mitch's ass.
We'll see how you feel next week after seeing them against the Tennessee Titans. That's a tough defense, fam.
They pass defense
They're
trash.
about to kill him. Well, they just picked up
when we get
cornerback from the Chargers.
Just remember when we
get.
Yeah.
That's because they pass defense was trash. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, some teams actually address their weaknesses in season.
Yeah.
Or in the off season.
A wild concept here in Wisconsin. Wild concept. I'm going with the Titans, fam. I'm sorry.
Can we just get one organization that's actually like, you know,
they all do the same shit
flexible?
No, they all do the same shit. They all operate the exact same fucking way. Cheat.
Like, goddamn, make adjustments.
Like, damn. Sign the wrong motherfuckers long term, give them the most money. They cheap as shit, and then they're conservative as fuck.
Honestly, like, they're fine. Like, the signings are fine. Like, I can't think of the last time, like, we actually had a really bad, like, failure of a signing. Like, when they give out big money, like, regardless of the sport, like, they get a return on their investment. It's just, like, bringing in, like, making short-term adjustments to fit, like, what your, either one, what your reality is, or two, who your opponent is. Like the Bucks issue is like they just do the same shit regardless of who they playing, and like that works against, I don't know, 90% of the league, but then they run up against that 10% and then they fuck and they don't do anything. They don't do anything at all to, you know, kind of mitigate that. Whereas the Packers, like, you have very glaring weaknesses, and it's like if you're in a position to actually make a run, like,
do something.
I get it, that's not your organizational mantra to, like, you know, up
draft picks, high draft picks.
Like, Grant, I wouldn't do the deal that was proposed today. Like, apparently Houston wanted a second rounder for Will Fuller, and it's like
I
you can't give
up. No. Second,
like,
no.
Like, no day 2 picks, like no second, no third, but a fourth. Like, I'm happy with, if that's what they actually offered, then like I get why they stood pat.
Or conditional for it.
Huh?
I would offer conditional for it, but they probably was like, nah. They trying to recoup from Hopkins botched deal.
Well, I mean, like, I guess the issue with the Packers is like it's a rental, so like you're not giving up a day 2 pick for
a rental. 8 games. Well,
I mean, plus playoffs, because we'll hit the playoffs, so.
But it's a thing too where it's a thing too where we're not saying don't make the trade. We were just saying the Will Fuller trade was a bad one, so we get why they didn't do that one. But like Aaron Rodgers' window is only open for so much longer. Like, you were a game away from the Super Bowl last year, a game away, and you did not address the issues that caused you to lose that game. And when you self-reflect, caused you to lose the other games you lost that season. The pattern is like, it's the same stuff and you didn't address it. So when you see it still happening, why don't you address it in season? I don't get why y'all were calling for Fuller when they got JJ Watt and you really need to shore up that defense. It doesn't make sense.
And that's where my issue lies. It ain't got to be JJ Watt, but at least like be canvassing the league, try to find some type of.
Fucking Quan Alexander just got traded. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? They gave him like a 4th round pick. I'm like, dog, he was just in the Pro Bowl last year.
It's like you don't even like. They got Kiko Alonso, who may or may not play at this point, and then like what'd you say, 4th, 5th?
Like a 4th round pick.
And like you aren't even paying him all the money because like he has a whole bunch of dead money that's going to stay on San Francisco's cap sheet. Like,
and his problem was he couldn't stay healthy, but now he's finally healthy. They finally traded him because they've been trying to trade him for like a year and a half.
Well, they just signed him a year and a half ago.
He ain't been healthy shit. They've been shopping him for like last year.
But then I think he was injured when they signed him, didn't they? Well, he was coming off an injury, wasn't he?
Yeah, but then when he was healthy, he cold. Like, all right, take that gamble with a 4th. Do that shit.
But to bring y'all back around.
Yeah.
Chicago, Tennessee, who you got? Tennessee. I was waiting for them to talk. Like, yeah, what's up?
I said them sap-sucking motherfuckers can get the win this week.
Oh, you are going with Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 2 for Chicago.
You saw what happened last week when it was split 2-2 for Chicago. So, brave pick. We also have the 3-4 Denver Broncos against the 2-6 Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, Atlanta.
Oh, black coach. They got black coach now. Atlanta.
Denver's defense is actually pretty good. Atlanta defense is still shitty.
Yeah.
Drew Lock is starting to slowly trying to make something happen over there.
Drew Lock was getting he got his little swag. I was like, okay, get your little dance on, I see.
Then Jerry Jeudy over there snatching. I'm going Denver. I like the defense.
I'm going Denver as well. Sorry, Atlanta.
Jeudy might have his 200-yard game. That can't stop the pass.
Oh, and just to point it out, Broncos general manager John Elway and CEO Joe Ellis both tested positive for COVID. So they're hoping that it didn't spread throughout the organization, but both of them said it was outside of work environment.
What y'all doing?
Titties.
We have the 3-4 Detroit Lions against the 2-5 Minnesota Vikings.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Do we trust Stafford and his receivers versus Dalvin Cook?
Detroit's defense is going to let Dalvin Cook do to them what Green Bay has let him do to us. But Cook is an exceptional talent. And the Lions do be lioning, and they just mess up.
I
I'm
always
going
bet against Matt Patricia when I can.
And Ken, you got who?
Minnesota.
But if Minnesota went 2 in a row, does that give them momentum?
They have it right now. I mean, they don't. I
I don't
mean,
want to see Dalvin Cook in the playoffs.
me
I
either.
don't think he has anything.
Ah, shit. I'm going Detroit just because it's my own personal bias.
I'm going Minnesota. I feel it too. The 1-6 Houston Texans against the 1-6 Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm going Houston.
Yeah,
Me too. They might not even. Minshew ain't playing, right?
No, they starting like they 7th round pick this year.
Well, what was Gardner last year?
They are trying to give they shit up this year, bro. They really trying. Woo.
Yeah, they throwing that away.
And Deshaun ain't finna give no game away.
The 1-7 New York Giants against the 2-5 Washington football team.
Some trash games this week. God damn.
With the NFL, the way they hype it up, you never know.
But they divisional games, so
exactly. Like this game still has playoff implications.
Really good,
and that's how they hype it up. Like it's like a,
especially in NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they got all the big media markets because, good lord.
You said what, Ken?
No, so I'm going Giants. They've been playing. They actually have played well the last few weeks, even though they lost. But they have been playing well. So I feel like
better.
Yeah, I feel like they can get pulled this win off against Washington.
Not saying much, but sure, let's go Giants.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants.
I'm going Washington. They front seven is going to destroy that line.
Yeah, that is also very true. Chase Young
Danny Dimes going to be gone. He's going to have to be skedaddling.
He struggled with accuracy in the clean pocket. So I'm going Washington. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a tweet. He said Daniel Jones plays quarterback like me on Madden. Like
we have the 6-1 Seattle Seahawks against the 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who Bug was.
That ain't right. It's the Buffalo Bills. I was like, who is Bug? I'm sitting here doing a Ron Burgundy. Like, I was like,
I guess I'm looking like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. 6-1 Seattle Seahawks against the 6-2 Buffalo Bills.
Never pick Russell Wilson.
Yeah, going on Russ and them.
In Russ we trust.
Yeah.
Unless it gets us.
The 4-3 Las Vegas Raiders against the 2-5 Los Angeles Chargers, which I didn't realize that the Chargers were pretty much like the Falcons, but just like more fun. Like they're just in a funner package. Wow, they lose in some weird ways.
I mean, it'd be like nail biters. Like the Falcons be blowing your ass out, and then the entire score flip, and the Falcons would be getting blown the hell out. The Chargers will be losing the whole damn game and still lose. They come back and be up the last possession of the game, and somehow, some way, every single time. Or
they pull the Falcons. They the Spider-Man meme. And with that being said, I'm still believing them. I'm going with the Chargers. They're just funner. I like the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers.
Herbert's fun. He's a lot better in the pros than he was in college.
Black coach, okay. Ken, who you got?
More Raiders.
I can get that.
What Chargers?
We have Eric sitting in a weird position, and we all I see is like his nose and spin back around. It was weird in the camera, fam. We had the 4-3.
Nostrils, my nigga.
Miami Dolphins against the 5-2 Arizona Cardinals.
Like
they're both black.
They're not both black.
Tua, what is he?
Tua's brown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Come on, fam.
Wait, what'd you say?
So he's brown and black people. Like he's not a black person.
All right.
Yeah.
Tim said it was two black people.
Yeah, he's wrong.
All right. Y'all like I was crazy. All right.
No, we all.
I thought Ken said something out of pocket.
Oh, that's why. Okay, you was questioning. I got you.
Yeah, I
got you.
Not that time.
Who y'all got though?
I'm gonna listen tomorrow. We'll see.
I'm going Arizona though.
Just
I'm
to be
going
clear,
Miami.
the black quarterback plays for Arizona. So
I'm going Miami. Tim?
Arizona.
All right. We have the 7-0
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers, the only undefeated team in the league, against the 2-6 Dallas Cowboys. And last week we were saying who about Ben DiNucci, and this week Jerry Jones said DiNucci ain't playing. They're having a quarterback competition between between Garrett Gilbert and Cooper Rush, two people I have never heard of before in my life.
So like, are they on the practice squad, or are they just like
one of them was?
Okay.
Where'd the other one come from? The street?
Maybe. Because Rush was on a practice squad.
That's crazy. They saw DiNucci play 1 week and said, "Nope, you ain't."
He only on the squad because he played for McCarthy brother, bro. When they said that shit, I'm like, no wonder you on a goddamn team.
You think it's an inside job?
Yeah, DiNucci, he used to play for McCarthy's. He used to play high school basketball for Mike McCarthy's brother. I was like, the ties, bro, the ties, because they no way in hell you telling me this motherfucker supposed to be out here throwing that damn ball.
I mean, that's how that kid got the job from Hard Knocks. He was on the Chargers, I think, and then he was like Brett Favre's godson or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He had left the Chargers to go back to whatever team his dad coached for.
Team. Yeah.
I forget which team that is though. But...
Carolina.
Because they was saying, they were like, as soon as they let him go, you know, Carolina might snatch him up.
And they did.
Immediately.
We all got sent. We all going with Pittsburgh though, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's football though. Like I could see it happening. I ain't gonna overthink it though.
See what happened?
This would be the game where it's like nobody saw it coming, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's just to chalk it up as a win for Pittsburgh. Even the Pittsburgh players overlook it, and then
I'm gonna chuck it up to you not knowing how the Cowboys actually play because ain't no way in hell.
I get it. I'm just saying, like we gonna come back a week from now and be like, what the fuck just happened? And then
hell no, we not.
Yeah. You know what? Since I'm not putting my picks on the official record anyway, I'm going with Dallas.
Man, listen, if the Cowboys win that game, they fans are gonna act like they won the Super Bowl. They are going to. It's going to be wild.
Boy, it's like when Madison meet Arrowhead. That shit is gonna be terrible. It's just gonna be awful.
What a local reference! You pulled that one.
Never mind. Pittsburgh got a black coach, so I got to pick them.
That's a different one. Right.
Easy money, and they ain't got no black quarterback no more over in Dallas.
They barely have a quarterback.
Hey, listen, you talking about miracles and shit? Angel and outfield type shit.
Hey, Tim snapped on you too. He meant that. He gave you 2 snaps while he meant that. The 5-2 New Orleans Saints against the 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay for real this time.
Is Michael Thomas playing?
I honestly don't even know at this point.
This motherfucker had 4 catches all season, and ever since then, it's been some bullshit.
Yeah,
See, that's the type of shit that made me stop playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
Duh, I've been trying to trade for this motherfucker all season too. She ain't going. I've been trying to get him off of her team all season. She is not going.
Who you trying to trade him for?
I tried to trade her Chris Carson, Mark Andrews, and Juju first. She said no. And then I tried to trade her Chris Carson, Juju, and Amari Cooper. She said no. And I'm like, dog. Because she's like,
sounds like she's doing you favors at this point.
Well, Juju up to this spot, what I told her, I was like, Juju is finna hit a stretch where they're going to need him to play. And he's been playing well the last couple games because they've been needing him to play. Like, Ben been on bullshit, not passing to him all year because being Claypool and Johnson and everybody else involved. But I'm like, when he comes to these hard games, he needs Juju. And Juju has been his main target the last 2 games. This one he probably had like Claypool or Johnson or something like that because he don't fuck with him outside of that. But
it seems like Michael Thomas is on track to play this week.
We'll see.
He was last week too.
Motherfucker go trip on the field and shit.
I told y'all that. I don't know about last week. You say you're gonna trip on the field. I'm going with Tampa. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm going to
Tampa. So I'll go Tampa Bay.
If Michael Thomas plays, I'll go with the Saints.
Okay, that's fair. And
so I'll pick them for now.
For Monday Night Football, We got the
Oh,
2
good
and
Lord.
5. The 2-5 New England Patriots against the 0-8 New York Jets.
They can't flex this.
Escalated quickly, yo.
You said what?
No, I said that shit escalated quickly in there.
Man.
Them 2 and 5, yo. Like everybody was first 2 games. Everybody was geeked them first 2 games.
Oh,
Escalated.
He got COVID and then it was over.
yeah, he got sick.
Right.
Oh, man.
Damn.
He ain't been the same since.
They was
That
close
fumble.
last week. That fumble hurt.
Patriot
fumble
fans
hurt.
they're done with. I've seen like they are just
I
like.
like.
And
Is
I'm
it his
kinda
fault
like-
though? Like,
that's what I'm saying,
What does he
like-
have?
He don't have no receivers.
No receivers.
We
No
knew that before the
receivers.
season started. The first 2 games were miraculous.
That's why Brady left. Like,
Like, no receivers. They didn't even try to give him no receivers. We just go scheme around him. Cool. And that was working initially. Then Cam got sick. Then, kind of went to shit. He ain't been the same since he been back. Y'all had a good run game going, but, it ain't been the same. Your defense was good. Then it just kind of fell apart. So it ain't just Cam.
and Gilmore out. Where's he back now?
I don't know.
I don't know. if
Find Gilmore.
They was about to trade. I think they was trying to trade him.
Yeah, but they didn't get what they wanted back in return.
Yeah, they were saying like a first
A first and a player.
and a player.
And they were
But I think that they know the season's over, so they're just trying to load up for the future.
Yeah, I'm going
I
New
know.
England though.
You know what?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
You know what? No, they want Trevor Lawrence.
And then I said the same thing. Well, I didn't say that same thing, but I was just kind of like, you know what? Cam got to redeem himself at some point.
Is Darnold bad? Like, I mean, I get that.
Donald really isn't bad. He ain't got no line.
You know,
They kind of got some ragtag receivers. His best one is in Carolina now, getting his shit off.
You still
Robbie
talking about
Anderson.
Perriman? Oh,
Robbie Anderson. Yeah, no, it's not necessarily like the Jets are just bad. They trade their best players, bro, and
They
barely
have a
get
bad
shit back.
team. They try.
they have a bad organization. I think that's,
Yeah,
that's
they
the
were
biggest-
good at one point.
They try.
Mhm.
But I ain't got them winning though. So
No.
it's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
All right. Lock your picks in for the pick 'em pool. Save them. Put in that Monday Night Football score.
Monday game.
Hey, people gonna be watching this still.
They can't flex that motherfucker, man.
With that
I mean,
being
just
said,
1 week that ESPN is actually rooting for COVID. Like, maybe we can get a game pushed back to Monday instead.
One of you motherfuckers go kick it on the beach.
let's get into the radio segment this week. Ken, would you tell the people, in case they're new here, what the radio segment is?
Indeed. This is the radio portion of our show. We play a song that is sport adjacent. It's either written, composed, created in some way by someone in the sports realm. Timmer's our DJ. DJ, give it to me.
Give it to me.
And this is our backstage production meeting.
That it is. I just got a text that said, "Hey Camille, have you voted already?" They didn't identify themselves. I'm tired of that.
Oh, excuse who the fuck?
What time the polls close? I thought they closed at 7.
They do. That's why. I'm like, normally they'd be like,
It's
I'm from this group, and this and this and that.
Them some
Yeah,
niggas.
aggressive.
It's a text that say, "Hey Camille, have you voted already?"
That's a scam.
I'm outside. I'm outside the house.
Danger, danger.
I was in the
Anywho,
neighborhood.
At least they got your name right. Like, I'd be getting texts for Davita.
oh wow.
Yeah, Davita.
This week's radio song, since last week we did Tyler Hero by Jack Harlow, we're gonna do Sheck West, Mo Bamba this week because I wanted to hear that last week. So here we are. I waited a whole week.
Jack Quest, Mo Bamba.
I love
Jack
this
West.
song.
Who?
Sheck.
Sheck West.
Sheck.
It is on the paper.
I'm looking for the paper.
I'm looking for
That's
the.
what I was looking for. I was like, oh shit, where'd it go?
Maybe you take the shades off.
Hey,
No,
man.
no. No. Hey, mind your business over there. Mind your business.
Hell no.
All right. So, Tim, do you want Douche to start the music up immediately, or do you want to cue him in as to when you want the music to start? Thinking really hard.
You can start the music. You can start the music.
At the party already?
I had to think about it, bro. It's life decisions. Life decisions.
Control Alt Delete.
You celebrating Trump already?
Red pill, blue pill, bro. Red pill, blue pill. Split second.
You gonna let him insinuate that you celebrate Trump like that? You just gonna let that fly?
I said red pill, blue pill, bro. Listen, we never know which one you take.
Yeah.
I hope people know which one they take.
Bobby Brown, chill out over there, bro.
You don't know what's gonna happen, boss.
But because I forgot already, you said you wanted to cue him. You start the music right away, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, I think you do got a little intro.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, Ken, would you count us down and go live on air, please?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shoot, I forgot to keep the recording going with the actual video. My fault. Oops.
He also has, I guess, he kind of has an asset. Like if he wanted to move one, he has an asset. Like he always gunning for, hey, I'm trying to shoot for a title. I'm trying to shoot for a championship. I got an asset that I can move to gain more. I'm gonna move it. So in Philly, he kind of do-ish. We'll see. Like he probably get rid of Tobias Harris' contract for sure, or Al Horford. Like, but he'll get rid of cats too. Like he'll come in and clean house.
Oh yeah, no, I would assume like at least one of those are gone this year. And from what I've heard, Al Horford is actually more movable than Tobias. Like Tobias has 4 years left at near max money, whereas Al Horford basically has, I think he signed a 4-year deal, but the third year was non-guaranteed, so he has 2 seasons left essentially. So if Morey wants to get the entire band back together, like there's a very clear Al Horford for Chris Paul trade that's right there for him. Reunite him, Morey and Chris Paul and Doc, like.
But then
they need a point guard, so.
Yeah.
As a Bucks fan, I don't want to see that.
No.
So yeah, I would much rather, we be the team to pick up Chris Paul, but we'll see.
Yeah, as quick as Philly was falling off and I was feeling like good, like, you know what, Philly, we good. We ain't worry about Philly too much longer. Now they getting some pieces like this with like actual basketball minds, might be able to scheme this into working. And now I'm like, wish we could have won a championship one of these last two go rounds, fam. I really wish we could have. The Miller family, they have
got the best player in the league. I ain't worried about it.
Hey, that's a fact. And I think
he's got a ring.
Milwaukee.
I'm sorry. What you say?
We're the champions. Los Champions.
Who? Wait, what was that about Giannis? You said there? Huh?
I said we're the champions now.
Okay.
Nigga, ain't nobody talking about you.
Right. You just gotta butt yourself in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We out here running it back. Next year, we out here.
See, that's what I learned about a Lakers fan. They can't just be happy being winners. Like they gotta have a chip at all times.
Say something.
Y'all
give me my ring and my trophy.
Like,
we out here.
Like y'all were on the verge of winning a title, and like y'all going through y'all whole like revenge list. Like y'all talking shit. Like you know what? Ain't nobody saying shit about y'all recently.
Nobody brought them up
at all.
Oh, we running it back to back. Goddamn it!
And don't forget we the champs. We know.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
The Miller family.
It's a celebration in this motherfucker.
They celebrating too. They selling the Jazz.
For how much?
$1.66 billion.
So I just want actually no. Repeat that for me, please. How much did they sell for?
1.66 billion with a B. Billion.
So I don't want to hear shit about NBA owners talking about they broke, talking about their business model is messed up. When you can sell an asset for $1.6 billion in fucking Salt Lake City, Utah, like your choice is either assume some of the losses that are generated because you're an entrepreneur and part of that is assuming risk, or just sell off the asset. So don't come to me crying about don't come to the players talking about y'all need to take less because of the pandemic. Like, no, you're the business owner. You still got to pay me what we agreed to. They're not going to because it's the NBA. But I'm just saying that should be like a player's argument. Is like, when y'all sell the team, we don't get any of that. Like, that's all your money. That's pure profit for you. But when we have a downturn in business, then you come back to me like, oh, we need y'all to take less. No, it don't work like that. Or it shouldn't work like that.
But here
so
we
again,
are.
$1.6 billion in Utah.
So, Salt Lake.
Right. So if the Knicks and the Lakers, like, if they ever hit the market, what are they getting? 10, 12?
Whew.
Maybe 20.
I think about how much money Jerry Jones would get if he ever decided to sell the Cowboys.
Yeah. He got infinity money and shit. That's what it'll be.
Right, God.
His bank account just gonna have the infinity sign next to it, and he just like,
Exactly.
It'd be like if the Steinbrenners sold the Yankees.
How much did he get for the Yankees again?
It was billions. Let me see. What was the Yankees? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up.
But speaking of baseball, the Chicago White Sox, they hired Hall of Famer
The fuck
Tony La Russa as their new manager. So La Russa, who by the way is 76 years old, he used to manage the White Sox from 79 to 86. And when he got fired, that was Reindorf's greatest regret. Like, he was ate up about that. Last time La Russa managed was back in 2011, and that's when he led the Cardinals to a championship. Now, I already heard some mumblings and grumblings. Kim, why do you think this is such a bad hire? Because a lot of people in the White Sox organization also feel kind of miffed about this hire.
He's been out of the game for too fucking long. Like, how all these young players that they invested in that's coming up, like, how can he, like, I don't feel like he can connect the way how, like, a younger coach or a coach that's already, like, established himself in the league would be. Because he just going to be like the old, like, he want to do everything old school when you come in. So I don't feel like he going to be able to connect to the young players. And it's going to be a disconnect.
They might call him Pop in the dugout.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Tony La Russa and Tim Anderson having a conversation.
Yeah. That's a dumb idea.
That would be interesting.
Like, apparently, like, the White Sox job was the best one on the market.
Yeah.
Like, they had their pick of whoever they wanted to hire, and they went with Tony fucking La Russa.
Dude, they got a squad. Like, they got some young players for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they on their way to the World Series right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know. I don't feel like he was the right hire. They just hired a name. He improved what he could do lately. This nigga last time, 9 years?
9 years.
It's a long ass
I
time.
feel like he has some problematic shit to say about, like, protests and Kaepernick.
Yeah. He
I
got to
don't think
make
it was clean on his way out the door either. If I remember right, I think he may have, on the way out the door, may have been a little bit of...
Little dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see how it go though. But it was stupid.
It wasn't like he was a bad manager. He was a good manager.
Yeah. I just feel like he ought to
30 years ago.
Exactly. That's
It's like hiring Larry Brown now.
Oh,
it's exactly like hiring Larry Brown now.
Oh, yuck. Ew.
What's the up and coming team in the NBA? Like, what?
The Pelicans that they would have hired Larry Brown.
If the Pelicans would have hired Larry Brown.
That just sounds stupid.
That sounds gross, bro. But they play some defense. Damn.
Hell no.
But then again, like, the Rockets were trying to hire Jeff Van Gundy, so it ain't that far off.
Yeah. Jeff Van Gundy be getting interviewed every year.
Every year, dude, he gets interviewed, bro.
If he stay on TV, he gonna keep getting interviewed every year.
Every year.
I just want some trash team to hire him, so him and Mark Jackson get the fuck off my TV.
Think he gonna take Mark with him?
Hopefully. Be his
Bring
coaching
Mark back.
button.
Doesn't get them the fuck off the TV.
The
Mama, there goes
Brewers.
that man.
Honestly, I was hoping that was the Clippers move, kill two birds with one stone.
Hey man, that's a cold. That's a cold. Have we done top like sport phrases before? Just like catchphrase, like the
That is
phrase
a
people-
cold catchphrase, though.
Mama,
Mama, there
there
goes
goes that man.
that shit.
Maybe next week. I don't think we did that before. That'd be a good one.
So sports
Anywho.
catchphrases.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
The Brewers declined to exercise a $15 million mutual 2021 option on outfielder Ryan Braun. Could be the end of Braun's time here in Milwaukee. Bronny could be gone, man. He is 37.
He been here long enough.
Man,
was
he been here
already
forever,
thinking-
bro. His whole career.
Yeah. And he in the history books. Shoot, I don't remember. If he's 37, yeah, probably around there, yeah.
Him and Prince Fielder, man, and Ricky Weeks, and
And that's the
Corey
thing, like
Hart.
he's still around because all of them been gone for a minute.
For a while, man. That was the wild part. Like,
And I don't just mean gone from Milwaukee; they've been out the league.
league.
For a minute.
But yeah, Ryan Braun is definitely, even with the cheating scandal, do y'all consider him an all-timer for the Brewers?
Oh yeah, he's probably the best player to ever play for the
Yeah.
Bears. If you,
Yeah.
honestly.
yeah, easy.
Maybe Robin Yount.
It's between the two of them. I mean,
A lot of people bring
we'll
up Raleigh
see,
fingers too and shit.
and we'll see where Yelich goes. But
Man, Yelich better get his shit together. I don't know what the fuck happened on this shit. He kept saying, he was like, man, I was trash. I was big trash this year. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you damn near didn't even hit 250. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Just to
Yeah,
clarify, Braun was drafted in 05. He made his debut in 07.
Oh, okay.
13-year career. But yeah, he in history books. He's an all-timer to me too. It's possible he could come back at a lower, contract amount. So we'll see. But it could also be the end of his time here. If so, salute to Ryan Braun, sir. Salute. NBA 2K has been doing a slow rollout of next-gen features for NBA 2K21. So if you don't play video games, let me explain it to you this way. 2K released 21 for PS4 and pretty much was like, man, we don't really care about this one too much because we got a whole nother system coming out.
Copy paste.
What the fuck y'all really see? Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
they gave us pretty much 2K20 with a couple of tweaks in a different neighborhood and actually
Like, you
made a new
couldn't-
game for 21.
Like you couldn't even upgrade the rosters because it still say rosters for last year. Like you really
just some new animations, a little couple new things. Like, yeah.
like two player scans and shit.
But they did announce for the next gen version that there is going to be some new WNBA based modes. You got the WNBA My Player Experience, which is building a female My Player to do like a whole career with in the WNBA. The thing with that is, one, you have preset archetypes. You can't even freaking create it the way you want to, like how you do with the men. So it's kind of restrictive in that way. And also, you can't take that player online. Like they have an online mode, 3v3, but it's only against other WNBA players. You can't go into the park. Like I can't make myself and play with Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's trash. I can't play in the rec, fam. I got to be
We
segregated.
had a girl,
over here.
don't I run with you, dog. You know, ain't like that.
I can't, fam. I'm segregated. I can't even come to your park, fam.
Nah, I create a girl. I come over to your park.
Oh, well, okay, cool. All right, hey. All right then now. But no, for real. I know it's the first step, so I'm not tripping too hard about it. Like, it's disappointing to a certain degree, but it's the first year. This is in the game. You got to build on that. So hopefully next year, I'll be able to actually go to the park.
I wonder if their issue is the one that you brought up before about like the size discrepancy and like how, like the player models will play against like the men.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. Live was like, they probably just looking at live a little bit more, seeing what live did and people responded to that. So the NBA and the NBPA, they agreed again to extend the deadline to serve notice on terminating the CBA. It's until the 6th now, but report came in that NBA players, well, let me back up. Last week, we said December 22nd was going to be the start date. The players were like, that's pretty soon. We just got done hooping. Don't really want to do that. We would prefer to come back like mid-January. And the NBA was like, we're going to lose too much money if we do that, fam. You need to come on. So at this point, NBA players are actually viewing the December 22nd start date as inevitable. Like, it's just going to have to end up happening.
Yeah, they got 2 proposals on the table now. I'm trying to find the tweet. I'm sorry. But essentially, it's the 72-game season starting on December 22nd, going through, I think the regular season would go through the end of May, with the end of the finals around July 22nd.
That's right.
I think. Oh, you got the information?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, you was floating. The other option is a January 18th start date, which would bring teams back to camp on the 28th of December. There would be 60 games, and 24 of those games would be back-to-backs. The playoffs would start on June 28th and end around August 23rd. So,
I just want to be clear on one thing, that the league is definitely negotiating through the media. Like, they threw that out because, like, now it's like people are, oh yeah, it's gonna be, December 22nd. So like that puts the pressure on the players to get started, because like if it doesn't happen, then they can just blame it, and then they're also gonna like, oh, we're gonna lose 20 games, we're gonna lose this amount of money. And it's like how were we gonna play 22 games in between December 22nd and Martin Luther King Day? Like how did y'all get a 50-game schedule out of a 72-game schedule? So the NBA, just take it with a grain of salt whenever they release some shit that's part of like a negotiation that hasn't been agreed upon yet, because they always like that's they tactic. Same thing happened with the bubble too. Like they release shit and then like the players got to try to get them to walk that shit back. But yeah, I do think they'll wind up being the 22nd. Like I think there's some funny accounting going on that they're gonna lose $1 billion by missing Christmas, but I do think that it'll be in the best interest of all the parties to get started sooner rather than later. Apparently, they're trying to avoid the Olympics, like running the season into late July, because they don't want to go up against the Olympics.
Which makes sense.
They found over the summer that there isn't an appetite for basketball during the summer, so they're trying to get back on their regular schedule, which this year's kind of out. Like that's just not possible, obviously, because they would have started already. Right. But they're looking ahead to the 21-22 season.
Which makes sense. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully next week when we come back, we'll have an actual start date for the NBA season, which puts a lot of things in order. And as Bucks fans, we really need to get some of these date sets because we got some offers to make.
And like I said last week, I think that free agency has started already. They just kind of need the final figures to know like how much money they have to work with. Like everybody has contingencies at this point. Speaking
of the NFL Competition Committee, they are presenting a resolution to the owners that includes a 16-team playoff scenario as a contingency plan in case, some other games are lost because of the coronavirus pandemic. Keep in mind, they had already approved a plan to expand the postseason this season to 14 teams. So now they're talking about maybe 16.
No more buys.
Yeah.
1 verse 8, 2 verse 7, 3 verse 6, 4 verse 5. Make this money.
NFL. Woo! That'd be some wild shit. This is the NFL. Oh my God, that'd be some wild shit.
Tim already a fan. He already want to see it. Look at him.
He rubbing himself and shit.
He like, give it to me.
Low key. I mean, any given Sunday, bro. Any given Sunday.
That's what they got that going for him.
I wonder how much of this stuff is gonna stick like post-pandemic.
Whatever makes them the most money.
Well, I that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they're introducing all these things that are kind of like money grabs at this point, but like you don't give back money grabs. I feel like so like the NBA taking it back to that. Like they're supposed to be introducing like an expanded play-in tournament now, because it worked so well during the bubble. So it's like if it's things that they introduce now, it's kind of like a stopgap. Basically to mitigate losses that they're gonna have during the pandemic. Like I'm wondering how many of those things just like get played forward. So like
because then there'll be a boon to your bottom line because it's extra revenue. Yeah, it makes sense. The play-in games with the NBA I think are here to stay. I think that's going to be a staple going forward, especially because they were already thinking about implementing that anyway. So
the mid-season tournament.
And I would imagine 16 teams in the NFL playoffs is going to be permanent too. And whatever the MLB did this year to kind of mitigate COVID stuff, that stuff's going to stick too.
Well, it worked so well last year.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it worked.
We figured we'd keep it around.
The Detroit Pistons announced their new G League affiliate, which will begin playing in 21-22, and they're going to be called the Motor City Cruise. So at this point, only 2 teams in the NBA don't have a G League affiliate: the Trailblazers and the Nuggets. Golden State Warriors star Klay Thompson, he joined forces with soccer star Alex Morgan, motorsport star Travis Pastrana, and skateboard star Paul Rodriguez, and launching a CBD brand called Just Live. So he's getting into the CBD business because he wants athletes, well, they want athletes to, you know, look at CBD as an alternative, natural way of treating pain instead of painkillers. So I'm all for the business adventure. Go ahead.
For sure.
Sir. And also in some good news before we go into the blow the whistle, Russell Wilson's Why Not You Foundation announced plans for a tuition-free public charter high school in Des Moines, which is just south of Seattle. What's going to be called Why Not You Academy, and it's going to be opening next fall. So Russell Wilson and Sierra are opening up a school in the Seattle area as well. So
shout out. Really to go.
Trust we trust, man.
LeBron really set a game plan. Although Jalen Rose is somewhere going like, listen,
I've been doing this.
I've had a school for years. Y'all didn't care. I got a school too. But shout out to all these athletes for real though, giving back. That's what's up. And with that, we're going into the blow the whistle for the week. I got one, just a quick one. We mentioned last week that the Dodgers looked like they was going to win the World Series. We all believed they would, and they did. So shout out to the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I can understand the elation you feel. Like you just excited. You won the World Series. You want to celebrate. But Justin Turner, you had COVID, sir. They pulled you from the game. Mid-game, your test result came back, and they hit on the hip and was like, ooh, let's go get him right now. They isolated you immediately. And yet and still, you just said, F all this. I'm going to go on the field and celebrate. And not only did you go on the field, because first you didn't have a mask on. At least you had a mask on. Then when the cameras came out for the pitches, you wanted to take your mask off. Fam, you just tested positive. You tested positive. And you sitting next to people like.
Kissing on his wife.
It's just stupid. We got to make smarter decisions. Like, you play baseball. You play a team sport. I understand how winning that moment is such a big deal. It really is. And you played a key part in this season. Understood. But a team sport, you got to be a team player when it comes to this virus stuff. Like, you might have to do some things you don't want to do, like isolate yourself. Because it's best for the team. Look out for the team. All right, that's the message. Like, look out for the team. Just in life, like, look out for the team. That being said, we're going to the top 5 for the week.
Well, I do want to make mention. I didn't make it a blow the whistle, but I do want to make mention. Fucking Javon Mills. Ain't that motherfucking name from the Bears?
Oh.
Didn't make it a blow the whistle, but that shit was hilarious.
Go ahead and tell the people in case they don't know what you're talking about.
So pretty much what happened, middle of the game.
What game?
What seemed like out of nowhere, the Saints was going against the Bears, and Javon Mills plays for the Bears. Apparently, he had an interaction with last name Gardner Johnson. He's a cornerback for the Saints, and he said that he was spit on and the dude took his mouthpiece. So what happened is, randomly after the play was over, he goes over to Johnson, takes his mouthpiece off, and it just hits him, pulls from Mississippi. Bow! Johnson ate that bitch like, what the fuck? He was looking around. Like, what the fuck happened? And then Bill's throwing a couple more, and then all of a sudden it was a big ass fight. But it was just hilarious because the way he took his mouthpiece, like, I'm here, motherfucker, hit him, and dude, like, he literally looked around like, what the fuck just happened?
It doesn't make sense to hit somebody with a helmet on. Like,
Right, that's what
what
I'm
you gonna
saying.
feel it. Like, why is this dude smacking my helmet? Like, how would we confused too?
Probably
He
those
was,
teammates.
he was swinging.
Right.
He
Like,
was like-
he swung and then he backed up because he thought he was gonna get hit again. And then he looked at him and dude didn't register. Like, oh, we in a fight now. Like,
It didn't hit him.
that's what I'm saying. He didn't know they was in a fight. He just like looking at him like, what are you doing, bro?
And he thought he put everything into that. It looked like he put everything he had into that punch, too.
He cocked it back everything.
Oh, dude. That was terrible, but no. Yeah, I thought that
Yeah, I
was
think the
hilarious.
blow the whistle was just don't punch people with helmets on.
Right,
Exactly.
you hurt your own
It's
hand.
stupid.
And you a wide receiver. That's your livelihood.
Exactly. We need
Right.
them hands. Nigga. You
He probably
bullshit.
don't catch anyways.
He fast though, bro. You're like, he fast as shit.
Can he catch?
Do it matter for you?
If he playing wide receiver, it does.
I don't know. You look like some fast dudes with no hands and foes.
And they had hands coming out of college.
That sound wild, like fast dudes with no hands.
Got
You ever seen the dude play football with only nubs, bro? I seen it.
Anyways, let's go
Coldest
into the
receiver on the
top.
team.
Let's go into the top 5, fam.
Hey.
I got a diving catch.
Because these y'all about to.
This nigga was playing quarterback.
Hey, you asked my dad. He was on his team, dog. He had no arms, bro, catching all the passes.
Y'all
He was
are-
cold. He was cold. Cold. Man didn't drop nothing.
See, I don't even want to laugh, but it's Ken making me laugh.
Right.
Oh shit, bro.
We gonna go into the tech top 5 now.
Oh,
'Cause-
just busting y'all ass.
He was on my dad's team, luckily. Otherwise he would have.
all right. Who had B last week?
Oh shit.
All right. Wait, hold on real quick. Sorry, I have to pause this real quick. I'll be right back.
That shit funny, dog.
All right, my bad. Last week's Tech Top 5 was best horror movies. It was Halloween. We was feeling spooky. And Ken won. Shout out to
what?
Ken.
Thank you.
You do know your scary movies. Everyone else received a vote but me. I was like, I guess my list was pretty mid, but I don't watch these movies, so that makes sense. This week's Tech Top 5 was inspired by former President Barack Obama. The video that went viral with him walking through a gym, getting the basketball, popping the 3, walking off. This is what he do. I watched that video and I was like, that man got a ugly jumper. It is not pretty.
He's joking that motherfucker.
It is not a pretty jumper. So I was like, let's do ugliest shooting form. So we're going to talk about the ugliest jumpers that we've seen. So, Tim, would you start us off, please?
I do have a question. It was only NBA, right?
We never said. We just
God
said
damn it,
ugliest
'cause
shoot.
I
It was
was-
inspired by Barack
You know what?
Obama.
All right. Well, I know what my new number 1 is, but most of my shit is actual players. But anyways, I'll dump my number 5 and move it down. So number 4. Actually, I'm gonna give rid of number 4. Give rid of number 4.
What?
So number 5, I got Sheck. Hated his jumper. That nigga looked. It was terrible. Number
That's why he
4,
didn't do it often.
I got Kevin Martin. Hated his jumper.
Yeah.
But he was cashing that motherfucker. That motherfucker could score, dog. Number 3, I got Sean Marion.
Yeah.
The chest shot never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. But the Matrix was cold. Number 2, I got Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Dog.
Oh, Michael Kidd Gilchrist looked like he hurt when he shoot.
He both elbows. I don't know how to get my elbows to like both elbows on the same side, and he flung that mud up, like.
And then number 1, Tory Lanez.
Yeah, that.
That motherfucker. Like, damn.
He shoot like you without the legs, fam.
He turned into the letter C and then let that bitch go.
Honorable mention, Tim Kins, number 3. But no, that's a good one.
4. I mean, shit.
You
5. I've got Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
It's a little bit better now, but
it's a little bit
coming
better.
in.
It's a lot.
UCLA, Lonzo, like.
Yeah. That's why he's 5. Because if he would have kept that, it would have been a lot worse. But he's working on it.
Yeah.
4, I'm gonna go with Kevin Martin, just because it actually went in. So it's ugly but effective. 3, Sean Marion. 2, Joakim Noah.
Oh man.
He throwing knuckleball. Like
it was ugly.
He was honorable mention on mine.
Yeah, number 1 gotta be MKG.
Yeah.
Michael Gilchrist.
Motherfucker turned into Bojangles to shoot that bitch.
Honestly, putting both your elbows to the same side is not even a natural movement. Like I hurt my elbow doing that. It doesn't. I don't. It's a weird jumper.
Hell.
It's a weird jumper. I gotta give a real honorable mention to Matt Bonner. I hated the way Matt Bonner shot. I always hated it. He did, and I always hated watching him shoot because his leg was spread out all weird, and then one arm was kind of straight, and the other one was still bent. Hated it.
See, my 4 was Tony Allen. I dropped Tony Allen.
Tony Allen also had a terrible jumper.
I fuck with his defense, but Tony Allen, not on offense.
Yeah. Number 5, I got Kevin Martin. Reasons you've already heard all these names. 5 is Kevin Martin. 4 is Joakim Noah. 3 is Sean Marion. 2 is Tory Lanez. 1 is Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Ken.
Fair enough.
All right, 5, I got Joakim Noah. Number 4, Anthony Mason. Number 3, old Lonzo. When he was in college. Number 2, Sean Marion. Number 1, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That nigga ugly as fuck. I can't say his last name. Gilchrist.
Gilchrist.
There it is. See, you got it.
Gilchrist.
It's saying the whole thing together. Like I get up at the end too.
Yeah, that's the list. That's some ugly jumpers. Were there any other ones y'all were considering? Like
Ja Rule.
I've never seen
Ja Rule shoot a jumper before.
This one, he was shooting threes, bro. Nigga was trash.
Don't Kevin Hart got an ugly ass jumper too?
I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm. Watch the celebrity games.
Sway Lee got an ugly
Hey,
one.
Adam Sandler.
Sway Lee,
Adam Sandler.
I feel like what's his name ain't that great either. Quavo.
He swear he can hoop.
I
thought Quavo be hooping, dog.
He do, but I don't mean he got a good jump shot. Like I think his is like more of a catapult.
Yeah. But yeah, check our social media channels and make sure you drop a vote on who you think had the best list. Remember, these will be anonymous, A, B, C, D. So just pick a letter and go with it. We appreciate y'all. That's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, I'm not even going to speak on what's happening because, yeah. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, and PSN at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, because
your mom is fancy.
Amen. Can't hear you, sir.
At Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me.
Exactly, like Jesus Christ.
Hey, Mo Bamba was aggressive and shit. I was just trying to keep up with the aggression and shit.
I don't know how I knew that. I was like, that's Mo Bamba energy. All right, man. We don't need to be seeing you on the video doing all that. Anywho, peace out, y'all. We hope y'all enjoy.